When I first started practicing GTD, I started out basically how the book said. So with my lists, my next actions lists, I had, computer, I had internet, I had email, calls, all the kind of standard lists. And that worked for me fine for a really long time. And then eventually I would get to the point where I would have one or more of those lists get significantly longer than the other ones. So my calls lists were always usually pretty manageable, and my agendas list was usually pretty good. My errands list was pretty good, but my internet list sometimes would just be so bloated. I'd have maybe 25 things on there. It was more than a screen full, so it would start to repel me. So I started to get a little bit more curious about that list during my weekly review. So I would look at the list and think, well, besides needing the internet, what other thing does the things on this list have in common? So I was able to start grouping some things into, not just the tool that I needed, but maybe the workflow process, or like kind of what the core was of that particular task. So for example, when I was starting my new job, I would have some things that I needed to watch, like trainings and things like that, or stuff that I needed to listen to. Now that required me to have an internet connection, but for me, one other way that I could relate to that was grouping it as, here's all the stuff that I need to listen to, or here's all the stuff that I need to watch, here's all the stuff that I need to read. And so it helped me to get a better handle on my internet list. And things like watch or listen, or one list I had at one point was like a calendar list, because I was setting up meetings with so many people and trying to connect with so many people as I was getting started in my new job. I just made like a calendar list because I constantly had to reference my calendar for that. And I had so many, so I couldn't just do them right away. So I made like a calendar list, an ad hoc calendar list. So I learned that once my internet list starts to get out of control, that one thing that I can do to get back into control of it is to look at the list and reflect and think, what other ways can I capture this same information, but maybe pull out certain parts of the items on those lists and group them together that are connected with other like items on that list. So if I've got a bunch of stuff that I need to watch or listen or read, I could do that easily. So it really helped me to get back into control of the stuff that was on my list, rather than being dictated to by my stuff. Like everything here has to stay on the internet list, and my stuff dictating what I need to do and how I need to engage with it. So it really helped me to get back in the driver's seat and control how I wanted to engage with that stuff best, and to stay focused and get things done when I needed to.